Hi, this is Mr. Napierski. I work at Buffalo School 64 for Physical Education Department, and I love my job, and some things have changed a little bit in the past year as far as how we deliver it, but I'm here today to mention some things that have changed, and a lot of things stay the same, such as we love our fitness and our chance to work on games and playing, but all of the games and activities that we do, typically we want to, as teachers, connect them to our New York State Physical Education Learning Standards. So as of the year 2020, those updated. And what I want to talk about today really quick is a little bit of what the ideas for fourth graders, what kind of ideas and concepts should be emphasized. So it talks about they should be more aware, the fourth graders, of their interests in physical education, and fourth grade is a time when students demonstrate locomotor, non-locomotor, and manipulative skills across varying physical activities. They should identify emerging forms of simple strategies, communication skills, and they should do that in small-sided games. Also, students will link the components of health-related fitness with the understanding of how health-enhancing behaviors influence overall wellness. This understanding is evident when they locate and use personal resources as a means of participation in physical activities for enjoyment in their leisure time. So what I wanted to do today is offer a few examples to help meet Standard 1, which is New York State's first standard, and it is that students will demonstrate a competency in a variety of motor skills and movement patterns. Now this could be in sports skills and in games, but it could also be in dance, movement, and rhythmic activities. So if I were to reference the number of this standard, it would be 1.2.4 for our fourth grade students. Again, they would demonstrate a combination of locomotor, non-locomotor, and manipulative skills in a variety of physical activities and dance, movement, and rhythmic activities. So if I said you have a box in my classroom and you have to do these moves in a box, okay, that's kind of what's been going on this year. I wanted to show a few of the moves that we would do in the box, but again, keeping in mind that there are at least two aspects of physical education, and those are skill-related fitness and health-related fitness as well. So under the umbrella of physical education, which we sometimes call Phys Ed or PE, that's our class that we teach in the gymnasium, which is sometimes called a gym. So we try to correct students and say gym is not the class, gym is the place. But in this place, that's our gym for physical education. When we study fitness, there's two areas that we're building. We're building a health-related area, okay, which can include the cardiovascular system, which is our heart and lungs. And it also includes our skeletal muscles. So when we do aerobic exercise that requires oxygen, that helps to stimulate our heart and lungs and boosts our cardiovascular health. Also our skeletal muscles, okay, they can exhibit muscular strength and endurance and flexibility, so we do work on those parts of fitness. Body composition is what is referred to as the percentage of your body that's muscle or bone and body fat, because we all have a variety of like percentages, so no one's 100% muscle, basically. So you have these numbers change, and you can cause them to change. Also, flexibility is something we can measure. A joint is where our body bends, so the range of motion is how far you can bend at that joint. So you might measure the flexibility of your leg at the hip or at the shoulder or elbow or something like that. So these are the things that make what we do relevant. A lot of times, okay, we don't always discuss it much, but this is the cognitive stuff we have in our subject area. The skill-related areas are balance, coordination, agility, reaction time, power, and speed. So I'm going to just ask that you keep these things in mind, because it's not about always what we do and is it a bunch of fun like we play games, but there's a deeper way of educating students using games and exercises. And one of the things I'd like to start off with shortly will be the box drill. So the box drill is something that if you had to sit in a box, I'll demonstrate on the ground. You imagine that there's just four corners of the box, okay? And what you do for the procedure each time when you change your body position, for starters, it's a balancing and body control development drill. So you're going to balance on four things. So I'll put my body at an angle that suits the camera, okay? And imagine that my hands and feet are on the corners of a box that's on the floor. So what I will do each time is take the one hand that lifts, and I will go put it up in the air over my body, no matter which way I'm transitioning. Okay, so what I will do is take the opposite foot And before you do this box drill, you might practice balancing on all fours, and then trying to balance on 3 things, balance on 3 different things, then maybe balance on 2 things with your opposite leg and arm up. But I will roll over or turn each time, and I will face down, and then I will go back to face up, and my hand is on top each time. Okay, so this is the balancing drill called the box drill, or I could call it the 4 corners drill, okay? So my body's a little bit bigger than my student, so I'm not going to demonstrate that right now with an actual size box in the room, but I just showed you the format for it. Your hand goes up each time, and this helps build your body's strength and endurance in your upper body and lower body. So I want you to stay tuned for more and try that.